Thank you.
Alice Austin from Jackson Township.
Thank you.
Okay. I received notice yesterday that Leigh Beamesderfer will be losing her position as educator for the Conservation District. And I know from working with her as a former teacher and now as a master gardener, how involved she is, how good she is, and how much she works to help our children learn about the earth, the water, the trees, and the animals, and does a good job. Works well with everybody she works with, which, as you know, is very difficult. Was very disappointed to see that this position is being eliminated. I'm hoping that somewhere along the line it can be reinstated and she can be back in that position. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm Carol Holt. I taught in Lebanon City for 36 years and part-time at Lebanon Valley College in the education department for 6.5 years. And I'm not going to repeat all the good things people have already said. I'd like to touch on another point. While teaching social studies at the college, I had a class of students who had never learned how to use a compass. So I asked Leigh to come in and teach them how to do orienteering, help me to teach them how to do orienteering, which is something that's great for elementary children. And she did, and I was amazed at the number of students who said, "Oh, this was fun. I never knew how to use a compass." Those students got to college level and didn't know how to do orienteering. Our students are learning to do that in elementary school. They're learning to do a lot of things in environmental education that other districts don't have because of Leigh Beamesderfer and her program. I've been on Leigh Beamesderfer's board for the Envirothon for more years than I'd like to say, also Pat Shedlock, and she's a perfectionist. She really cares about the kids, and she really tries hard to get all the materials out into the hands of the teachers, the materials that they need to make environmental education a tremendous success in our area. I think we are blessed to have this kind of a free program. If the program disappears, there's no other free program that's going to take its place. That's the way it is. Our students will be the ones getting to college and not knowing how to use a compass. We need Leigh, we need the Envirothon, and any help we can get is greatly appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you.
And as Carol said, I served on the Envirothon team with Leigh for, I don't know, probably 10 years. What can we say that our students learn from the environmental program? They become aware of their responsibility to be good stewards to the earth. They've come to the realization that there is a connection between the living things and their environment. They've become aware of problems in the use and misuse of water, air, oil, soil, and animal life. They've become aware of ways to try to stop pollution of our land, our groundwater, and becoming aware of alternative sources of energy and saving energy. They've learned ways to recycle. We all know how much our landfills are filling. They've learned ways to reduce global warming and preserve our ozone layer. As this young girl referred to earlier, something that you remember in education. The kids remember the fun experiences, the field trips that we took to the bay when we watched the fiddler crabs, thousands of them crawling in the sand. These are the highlights of education. The kinds of things that they remember are things they take with them. And they become their own little teachers to their own families. They take what they've learned home, they share it with mom and dad, brother and sister, extended family. This is important, and Leigh is the perfect person who has led this program for, is it 20 years? I'm not sure. The program itself has gone on that long. She may not have headed it. But I speak strongly and ask you and urge you to please consider keeping her and keeping her position.
Carol Stoddard. I teach at Union Canal Elementary, 5th grade. And I just want to reflect on the aspect of how many students Leigh's work actually affects, because it's not only Envirothon, it's not only small groups. We had a water day in our school that affected more than 400 students for the entire day. Leigh was there helping to organize and run stations throughout the school at grade levels for the entire school. So I just want to make the point that this isn't only small groups, it's huge schools that are affected by her work. Thank you.
Thank you.
And Township resident, Elko High School teacher, and Envirothon advisor. Lee sucked me into this program back in 1989. That's the best way to put it. I've run the Envirothon at the high school since 1989. I sucked Beaker here in with me a little later on. I've taken kids out on stream studies, and there's nothing more hilarious than seeing certain individuals who shall remain nameless falling on their butts in a creek while turning over rocks and looking for various little critters. I have sucked in so many kids. We started the first year with a team of 5. We grew to teams and clubs of 35 and 40. I have sent many kids on to college as teachers and environmental engineers and environmental science majors like crazy. It's a riot when you see kids going down to high school. Oh, guess what app is on my iPhone? Bird calls. Bird calls. They're so determined to learn the bird calls because this is all part of the competition. There are 66 counties in Pennsylvania right now. We were the team at the States this past year. Elko was there. There were only 3 counties not represented. It would really be a shame to see Lebanon County be the 4th county not represented at States because of funding cuts. Find a way to make this happen, because if you don't, you are really doing a disservice to your community and the students of Lebanon County.